And we should be live. Episode 1 of WP Bosses. Live from WordPress Workspace in Varsity Lakes, Burleigh Heads. Varsity Lakes, Gold Coast. We're just going to go around and introduce everybody. Yeah, it's close to Burleigh Heads. Nick, who are you?
I am Nik Cree, and the owner of Positive Business Online, WordPress developer extraordinaire. Well, that's my title anyway. And I'm here sort of sitting in another part of the WhatsApp workspace, sitting on mobile.
Excellent. Paul, who are you?
Hi, I'm Paul, and I run Gold Coast Business Websites, WP Genie, also specialise in WordPress website development and website maintenance and support and care, and yeah, also in the WhatsApp shared offices in Varsity Lakes.
Super duper. And Tracey, who are you?
I'm Tracey Kemp from Get Web Creative, and I'm a WordPress developer as well. Also coming to you from the WhatsApp workspace, I'm in the phone box.
Excellent. And I'm Robey Lawrence, and I have a business called Bearded Friend, beardedfriend.com, and Facebook and Twitter, and all the likes of that. So this is just a bit of a introductory episode, just to say, you know, who we are, what we're here for. So that was awkward, wasn't it? Yeah, so we're here to talk about local meetups, local to Australia, so that could be anywhere. That could be Melbourne, Brisbane, Sydney, wherever you are. We'll let you know about tips and tricks, cool plugins we've come across, cool services. We'll interview local Australian WordPress devs, WordPress designers, etc. Today it's just us, so I apologise for that, but we think we're pretty special. So we might start with the meetups that are coming up. Tracey,
Okay.
over to you.
Yep. Okay, so this week in Australian meetups, tonight we've got a WordPress user meetup in Melbourne. The topic is choosing the right WordPress theme, and it doesn't look like there's any kind of speaker listed, but yeah, that's what it's about. On Thursday we have Simon Kelly doing funnels of WordPress in Brisbane. And that's the dev and user meetup.
I'll be there.
And yeah, we had some
me too.
Gold Coast last week, or the week before last, and it was really great. So if you're in Brisbane, head over there to the EFOX offices. And also on Thursday we have the North Sydney meetup at North Sydney TAFE. That is not showing a topic, so not sure what to tell you about that one. That's all that's happening in the next week. Okay, over to you guys.
Awesome, Paul. Over to you for the weather.
Okay, have no idea what that is, but yeah, I'll make something up. What? Yeah, okay, well, seems to be a bit cloudy out there. There's a southerly coming through at about the dew point's around about 25.6 degrees. We have a low trough coming through from the highlands, coming down through the Yep, to there, and yeah, so that's the weather. Thank you.
Yeah, cool, Nick. Any political news?
The political news in the land of WordPress this week is that there has not been an election to elect a new CEO. Matt Mullenweg is still the reigning god of WordPress, and everything's running quite stable as far as the WordPress landscape is concerned. There are no major security issues, no major hiccups. The release is well on track, but it's still a few months off, so plugin and theme developers have got plenty of time to organise their campaigns and to ensure that they're compliant with the new WordPress government version that comes through in the next few months. But those that are running WordPress websites, in order to keep your political landscape clear and clean, I would recommend WP Genie to come and just make sure that your what your web is doing and present online there is clean, message, and it hasn't got any malicious people in there sort of slandering and slurring with Russian porn sites or any material there that would be detrimental to the message that you're trying to give to your clients and the business community. So as far as what's coming up next week, that's actually about it. I can't sort of see that there's going to be much change from that there. And at this point, I would just like to hand back to Robey to give us a summary of what's happening in the plugin world.
Oh, the plugin world. Well, I actually had a little utility that's not a WordPress plugin, but it is something that I was actually telling Nick about this morning. It's a utility that's very handy when you're out on the road with your laptop. Mobile warriors, some people call them. But when you're tethered to your phone, Australia's internet is not that crash hot, so sometimes you have to rely on your phone. Super expensive, especially when you've got things like Dropbox and Google Drive syncing in the background. There's a utility called Trip Mode. The website is tripmode.ch. And what that does is when you connect your computer to a hotspot or your phone or whatever it is, it automatically detects that and it creates a whitelist of services that are allowed to actually use the internet. So for things like Dropbox and Google Drive won't actually synchronize until you tick their box and say that they're allowed to use the internet. So, I mean, when you first set it up, you probably get lots of things coming up saying, can I access the internet? So you might spend a lot of time ticking the boxes, but after a week or two of using it, it should have learned your behaviors and all your apps and everything, and in the end it could save you quite a bit of data. So yeah, that's my my app of the week.
Cool.
Well, actually, that's quite an important app too. If we can just move back to the political scene, particularly in view of the fact that we have a premium service here with a company called the Big T, and they're sort of are charging for a substandard service there, and we've got the NBN rollout coming through as well, and that doesn't seem to be improving the data downloads or the cost at all. So. In fact, I'm thinking of installing that on my standard computer, just so I'm not using up any more data from these crap operators in Australia who are not providing us with decent internet. So that'll teach them.
Yeah. Okay, if no one else has anything. Has anyone noticed in a recent WordPress update, they now support daylight savings time? Does anyone notice that?
No.
When you go into the settings and check the time zone, you can choose, if you choose Sydney, for example, it will keep track of your time zone for you, daylight savings time for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
How
Yeah,
would
it
we
is.
use that in Queensland?
Did not know that.
Probably doesn't really make a difference in Queensland, to be honest. But if you're in Sydney or somewhere else with daylight savings,
Cool. That's wonderful.
did anyone watch the
Does it-
live stream of WordCamp Europe?
Yeah, some of it.
How
No,
was How was it?
Great.
You saw D talk, did you?
So D, so Pete Wilson.
what did you see?
Hmm?
What did?
So just there were 2 Aussies over there.
I think there was a few. Actually, Gary Pendergast, I saw him as well. I think I only watched the Aussies. No, I did watch a couple of others. They didn't really stand out. No, everyone went well. It was very good.
Was there any main topics that stood out? Like,
No, not really. I must say it wasn't. I don't think it was as good as the US one, the last US one. But I didn't watch as much of it, to be fair.
There was a major announcement, wasn't there, at WordCamp about was it accessibility or languages?
that was at Brisbane as well, wasn't it? Didn't somebody talk about accessibility at Brisbane?
I think I thought there's a major announcement coming out from WordPress itself, from Core, about having it translated into various different languages and making it accessible to a lot more languages than what's currently there at the moment, and a real push to get translated versions out there, or getting more languages into it.
All right. Cool.
The live stream.
But I didn't actually hear it, so I can't comment any further.
The live streams of WordCamp Europe have been recorded, so I'll put the links in the show notes, as they say, so you can watch them at your own leisure.
Excellent.
Thanks.
That's all right. I do many things for you, Paul.
Yeah, you do. Scratch my back.
Yeah.
Scratch yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely.
I'd just like to show you what goes on here at WhatsApp, just to give you some idea as to some of the activities that we have here. There's a fairly intense ping pong game going on, and this is what coders do to sort of let off steam. They're not very good, these ones. I hope their coding's better.
Are you up for a game after Nick?
Huh.
Mate, I am ready for a absolute thrashing.
Do they have a Lego pit?
So I just had to help with the ball that was coming this way. Let's have a look here.
Lego.
There's a green pole, but no Lego pit.
Yeah, okay.
Damn.
There are black lockers in the back there where you just take a key and you can put your stuff in there and you can lock it up for the day. And over here, we have a meeting room that overlooks the vista of Varsity Lakes. And that vista, if you can see, really sort of brings in some of the beauty of the Gold Coast.
Yeah, nice.
It's beautiful.
And you'll see that the greenery that's there, you'd hardly know this was in a city, which is not really, so that's probably why.
Yeah, what's so works?
Yeah.
It'd be really nice to go out there.
We did a speed test before, and they have download speeds of 170 megabits per second. and they have upload speeds of 170 megabits per second. And also, while we're on product placement, Blackboard Coffee, just down the road.
And
Awesome.
also,
Absolutely awesome.
and also, whenever you're coding, I think, you know, fruit and roasted nut
nut.
mix. Yeah.
One of the essentials.
Really important. Really important. Coffee and nuts.
Coffee.
What you need.
What
Coffee
I
and
always
Actually, Robey, could you just hold up that cup there, just so we can see what was on the front of it? B.
B.
B for Blackboard.
B.
Yeah.
Blackboard.
Underscored.
Nice.
Text decoration, underline.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Always that border bottom, black.
white.
2px solid.
Yeah, how would you do that? How'd you do that nice border in CSS, Nick? I think you're somehow working in SVG there. Sorry, getting too complicated.
You'd put a border of 2 pixels, maybe 2 pixels solid. There'd have to be a radius, border radius on that as well.
Yep. Yep.
Then
100%.
at least 100%, yeah. It would have to go. So the circle could be CSS as well, couldn't it?
At the risk of getting boring, I'm going to move the conversation along. What other boxes have you been ticking, Paul?
How would you CSS your beard in your logo, Robey? Anyway, that would be interesting. Sorry, what was the question again?
What boxes have you been ticking lately?
That'd be
Hashtag tick that
SV,
box.
wouldn't it?
Well, this is my box list. In fact, you can see I actually title now everything with
Tick that
tick that
hashtag.
box.
Tick that box.
Hashtag tick that box. It's
I love it.
it's a thing that I do now. It makes me giggle. But yeah, that's my list. And as you could see, I hadn't had anything ticked off on that, which means I've had a very productive day. Doing other stuff.
You got a box with a hanger? Because you can tick that one too.
Oh yeah. Well, it hasn't actually been done yet, so we haven't finished.
Okay. No, well that's cool. It's there. You've got it
You
in
see-
preparation to be ticked.
can see that. Oh, this is really actually quite difficult. Got to go up. There it is. There's the box.
Oh yes.
Right there. So yeah, I'll tick that off when we're done. When we're done.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
I'm
cool.
hearing people ticking boxes.
How many boxes have you ticked today, guys? Nick, let's go around. How many boxes?
I've actually made a lot of boxes today, so I've been preparing to tick them. So I've
Nice.
just been preparing them and making them. I might do some tomorrow.
Did you have a box? Did you have a box for that? To make those boxes?
Well, actually, yes, I did. That was the first box I made, but because I haven't finished them all, I can't tick them.
Yeah.
And I can't tick that first one until I've actually done them all.
Right.
Gotcha. Yeah. Tracey, what about you?
I think I've got about 5 boxes, and I think I've ticked 2 of them off.
Woo! It's not bad. There's still an
Right.
hour left in the workday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll get there.
Yeah. No, that's good.
What
I'm
about you, Robey?
I'm terrible
Hang on.
with to-do lists. I've pretty much tried every single online to-do list and app there is, and then every now and then I'll come back to the pen and paper. But then when you go out and you're freelancing and you're on the road, it's just handy to have something online, and then you forget your notebook, and then anyway, I'm using Wunderlist today, and I've probably ticked
That's my favourite app.
about 3 boxes.
Nice.
Got a couple more to go, but as I said before, there's still some time in the day to squeeze those in.
Awesome. So you guys, that's awesome. So you guys were interviewing today, weren't you? You were interviewing for a VA. That's news. That's
Yes.
newsworthy. Probably something worthwhile to talk about.
Yeah, that's actually. I need to make a box for that so I can tick it because I've done that.
Yes. Yeah.
No, that was an interesting process.
Well, here's the thing I discovered about interviewing today, is that it would appear that Genesis developers are few and far between, but Divi developers are everywhere.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
I may need to change my workflows to be Divi as opposed to Genesis, which I don't really want to do, but in order to get some VAs, then it might need to be Divi.
Yep. Change your whole business structure just
What do you
based
think,
on the
Paul?
VAs that are
Kind of
available.
theme. What do I think? I think you just follow your heart, man. I think there's still people out there that are still
Divi or
using,
Genesis?
you know, Genesis and StudioPress, and they should. It's a good theme. It's a good framework. It's not terrible, and you can do some pretty amazing things with it. So, I mean, everything's going through, you know, page builders, and I guess that's probably one thing that Divi has. You know, one of their main features is the page builder, but you know, you've got Site Origin and Beaver Builder and all these other sort of page builders that are, you know, coming out that that you can still use. And I just hang in there, Nick. Don't give up. Don't give up. Not just yet.
Well, yeah, Divi
Don't
builder.
give up on your dreams.
Stay the course. Stay the course.
Well, Nick's video's
Well,
gone. He
maybe
must be
we'll do
playing
the
ping pong.
No, we're back again. Someone's trying to call me.
Oh, popular man. So, yeah, cueing the tumbleweed.
I know. I think I've gone and
He's getting another phone call.
Pulsing.
Must be one of his Genesis VAs.
no, I've gone into low power mode because I'm down to 15% power.
Ah,
I'll do it.
the old iPhone 5.
Yes, it's gone through probably 80% of its battery in about 15 minutes.
Yep, I know the feeling. That was me about 2 months ago.
Yep. Because you've got this new dual SIM
Oh yeah,
phone
Xiaomi.
from China, haven't you?
another product placement.
Xiaomi.
The Xiaomi Redmi Note 3. It is amazing.
It looks pretty cool.
4,000 milliamp hour battery. Sometimes it lasts me 2 days in a row without a charge.
Stop it.
That is amazing. And
That is pretty cool.
could be yours for $1 a day. That's how cheap it is. Less than $1 a day. Obviously all up front because you can't. It's all. What I'm trying to say is it's good value.
Exceedingly good value, in fact.
Yeah. I'm sensing a lack of things to talk about. I'm also noticing we are at roughly the half-hour mark. So, does anyone have any last words?
Why? What's going to happen after this?
Live your life to the
Well, your
fullest.
your phone battery is going to die.
Dream lots.
Yes, I am about to die.
Just find that studio.
These will be the very last words.
Find that Genesis developer. Yeah, tick those boxes.
That'll be next week. Looking for Genesis. Any Genesis developers out there that are in the outsource world, contact me. Positive Business Online today.
.com.
Doors. All right. Well, I think that'll do it.
Yep. You'd like us to say?
Oh, I've got something
Oh, right.
to say. I got something to say. People, please take backups of your websites and do software updates. All right? Do it. That's all. That's all I have to say.
Yes, yes.
That's it.
Going to do
That's
it
it.
now. Doing it now.
That's it. Do it now.
Tick that.
Do it now. That's it.
Do it right now. Stop what you're doing and